Okay. I find in favor of the city, I do find there is a violation. I'm gonna give an abatement date of February 2nd, 2016, and a daily fine amount of $50. I wanna see this resolved.
Yes, I will have time.
All right, ma'am, thank you. Have a good evening.
The next case is item number 177. Tina Chung, property 2070 South Hibiscus Drive. Officer Eamon Fitzel. Case number CEBMP 2014-00103. Item number 177.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Tina
All right.
Chung, 2070 South Hibiscus Drive.
All right.
Peter Chung, 2070 South Hibiscus Drive.
Tina and Peter. All right,
Yes.
all right.
Happy New Year, Lady Magistrate and Mr. Fitzgerald.
Any updates?
Do we have, should I go or should Mr. Officer Fitzgerald?
We'll allow Officer Fitzel to go
Edmund
first.
Fitzell, City of North Miami Code Enforcement Officer. The property was posted with notice to appear. Notice to appear was mailed out. Affidavit service was filed on December 21st.
Okay. So on November 23rd of last year, we had the opportunity to sit down with our engineer and architect, along with Mark Jean and the structuring department. And while working out to try to find out what to do to go forward with this, we're happy to say that Mr. Jean came up with the microfiche of all the stuff that we did over the past few years. So we are down to 3 issues that we need to get resolved, which are relatively minor. Well, one of them is not so minor. 3 issues that we need to resolve. We need to get a we call it
Spot elevation.
A spot
added to the
elevation
previous survey.
added to the previous survey that we got in October, and we need to get an engineer, which I hired today, to come out to the property and check the status of the current structure. And the third problem, which I have no idea how we're going to resolve, is the city wants to, or piling logs. But when we tried to get the piling logs from the company that sold us the pilings, the guy's dead. So I don't know how to work that out with the city,
I've
but
never had a piling log anyway. I have pictures of them. I have pictures of the receipt. And Mark John even called them yesterday, and they're like the old. So I don't know about the piling stuff. That'll probably be the last time you'll see us. But the other 2 things we've already scheduled, it's next week.
Lady Magistrate, one thing though that I wanted to bring up, the pilings were put down, and then the concrete was poured, and we have the inspector sign off on the concrete being poured, and the inspector sign off on the structure being put up, and that was all approved. And they don't have the instructors sign off on the pilings being done.
Like they wouldn't be able to go.
They
any
wouldn't be able to go
without
further
that.
without getting the rest of that done. But that's lost, and we can't find it in our records. And
I've never had a piling log, like I said. I even have their pictures. I have them doing the work. I have the receipts.
yeah, she's got pretty good pictures.
And we're gonna sit back down with them at the city after our two things next week. We're gonna sit back down with Mark John, and see what we can do about that. He said he can possibly sit us with the building inspector and ask about the piling. So that's the last final, which, but they did find our microfiche.
But they did find our
So
microfiche
maybe they
Finally,
can-
after
yeah, maybe they
what?
can find-
after
maybe they'll-
1 year.
1 year.
That's all right.
We're making
It was
progress.
a good Thanksgiving.
We're making progress.
And most of those are taken care of except for those three that I mentioned.
3.5 after that's done.
But I think there is going to be an issue with that piling thing.
Let's hope not.
I hope not.
I think it's in the fish.
Okay. Officer Fitzell?
The city has no problem tabling. It says they've been working,
Oh, no. That's awesome.
been working diligently with the building department, who had lost their permit originally, and they found it a couple months ago, so.
Yeah, maybe
Okay.
when we sit down with the building inspector, we show him our original permit card again, and maybe he can figure out whose signature it is
Because we got the original permit card set showing everything signed off.
Signed off.
at the residence. Luckily, and that's what I mean, I saved anything. I don't have piling logs. I called the ex-contractor, and so did Mark John. And they do receipts, and that's what we have. So it's gotta be somewhere.
All right, so how long you wanted me to table it for?
How much time do you guys need?
It depends on the
Our two
piling log.
things are due- Our two
The-
appointments
our-
are next week, and
Yeah,
then
we got the structural guy
we'll
coming
go back
over
to the city.
next week, and we've got the engineer coming next week. But the last piece is going to be
We're gonna sit back
that-
with the building and see what he says from there. But we're trying to get together as soon as possible, all three of us.
All right, so you want to set it, you want to give 30 days?
60 would be fine.
60 is fine?
Oh,
All right,
that
let's
means-
reset it 60 days. Hopefully by then it'll be resolved one way or another.
yeah.
we're canceling.
But we're making progress,
Yes, that's for sure.
slowly but surely.
Or leave us shortly.
All right, good luck to you guys.
Thank you.
guys. Thank you.
Good night, Officer Fitzgerald.
Good night.
The next case is item number 39, Deslandes Isme, property 855 Northwest 127th Street. Officer Wayne Clark, case number CEXP 2015-000277, item number 39.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Please state your full name for the record.
Jacqueline Ismay Sampson. I'm Deslandes' daughter,
Okay,
and he's deceased.
okay.
Wayne Clark, City of North Miami Code Compliance. This is a case in reference to exterior paint. She introduced herself? Did she introduce herself?
Yes, you did.
Reference to exterior paint on the fascia board. The fascia board is bare wood across the front. That's all I was asked to just paint that area, which is at the front of the property. And to date, haven't had any contact from the owner, and I was out there about 2-something today, and I took a current photo I'd like to submit for the record, showing the defendant first, and it has not been painted.
Okay.
Maybe about 1 hour work.
Yeah. Ma'am, you understand the violation?
Yes,
How long do you need to get this done?
a couple of days or so.
Okay. All right. And your father's deceased, you said?
Yes.
And how long ago was it?
Oh, 87? No,
Since 87?
yes.
Oh, okay. Well, my condolences.
Yes.
Okay. And, all right, so you need to get this done.
Yes.
All right. I'll reset it. I'll give you 30 days. Get it done. Call the officer, let him know, so he can go back there and re-inspect it
Yes.
and close the case. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good evening.
Same to you. Thank you.
The next case is item number 47, Eileen Maxfield, property 1550 Northeast 128th Street. Officer Shanna Sanders, case number CEPFY 2015-00202, item number 47.
Good evening.
Good evening and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
No, I'm good, thank you.
All right?
I'm Eileen Maxfield, property owner.
Yes. All right, what's going on with this case?
Shanna Sanders, City of North Miami Code Compliance Officer. This is a case for a report of previous compliance. Just to refresh your memory, this is the case where the vehicle was parked on the front lawn. We went back and forth a couple of hearings. She was supposed to be getting with, setting up a meeting with Commander Blanchard to find out where she could park the vehicle. She came with a doctor's notice, stating she needed to park in the front. I will let the property owner explain,
Where we
you know,
are?
what transpired with the meeting, what's going on with the doctor's notice.
Okay. All right,
On
ma'am.
December 22nd or 23rd, I don't remember, I turned all my papers into Keisha in the housing or whatever it is where I'm supposed to get the permit. And she checked them all. She said all the papers were what they needed. And I'm guessing that nothing's happened primarily because of the holiday.
Mhm.
But the ball is in their court now. Nothing else I can do until they approve or disapprove of the request.
Okay, so she submitted her,
This is the first time I'm hearing of this. I just got back from vacation on Tuesday, and
And you weren't here last
Yeah.
month.
yeah, I wasn't here for 2 weeks. This is the first time hearing of any coming to the cities, any meetings. I don't know who she submitted her paperwork to. I'm not
Keisha.
familiar with it. And what department?
Okay, the
And
building
what's the
closest.
request?
The building closest to this one, there's zoning and there's housing. And so the building closest to this one, where Keisha works at the front desk when you first walk in, she is the one that I gave all my papers to.
So I apologize. I'm assuming you're asking for a variance? Is that the paperwork? I don't know.
I think they're trying to see if I can get some help. Financial help. Because I can't afford to put in whatever it is. And plus, somebody suggested pulling out the tree, which I can't do.
okay, so, you submitted application, and you said you submitted paperwork so that you can ask for assistance from the city? Or you submitted paperwork asking for a variance, or you submitted paperwork for a permit so that you can get the
I
job done?
believe it's for the variance, but I really don't know. I just
Who
was.
prepared the paperwork?
Who filled it out?
Yes,
I did.
okay,
I mean, there was nothing there that I didn't know.
okay,
You know, I had all the proper paperwork to prove, you know, my social security card, my deed, the doctor's note, well, all of that. Everything we visited with previous to today,
okay.
I have turned in, and,
And you're waiting for approval?
correct.
Okay. Did they give you a receipt, some sort of a case number, or?
Actually, she may have, but off the top of my head, I didn't bring it. I didn't think about it. I don't even remember if she gave me anything. I do know she gave me back all my papers after she made copies, and she said everything was fine. And that, you know, we just had to wait. And again, I understand the holiday came in between.
Do you by any chance have that paperwork with you? I think what we're trying to narrow down is at least what type of application it is. Again, we don't know if it's an application for a building permit? Are you asking for a variance? Are you asking the city to assist you, in what
Well,
way?
I am financially because I cannot afford the prices that were quoted to me. And I believe 1 or 2 months ago, you had even asked this lady here if they did not have something to assist people on a fixed income.
I remember.
I
Okay.
believe she's referring to one of our beautification programs
Mhm.
that would assist on exterior beautifications, and that would include driveway improvements.
All right. I'm gonna give you an opportunity to, review the documents that were submitted. If you can, follow up with the office to see where your, what point they're in terms of reviewing your documents, whatever paperwork you've submitted. And, if you said you have copies, if you can submit a copy of it to the officer, or I don't know if you have a way of looking it up to see what has been submitted and where we are in the process.
Well, I had to turn in the last 2 years of taxes, tax reports. I had to turn in my electric bill, my phone, my cable, whatever.
It sounds like more like a, financial assistance than anything.
More than likely, probably something with CP&D for assistance to probably install a to install a driveway. It
Mhm.
sounds like maybe what she's saying.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let me table it for 30 days so that we know where we are and what they're planning to do with you. Okay?
Yes,
All
thank
right.
you.
And if you heard anything in the meantime, contact the officer so that she can make a notation of where we are in the process.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The next case is item number 116, Jose Alvarado, Officer Vitalin Christie, case number CEBPR 2015-00101, item 116.
Good evening, sir. Please state your name for the record.
Jose Alvarado.
Okay. Do you need a translator or you're good? You okay?
Yes, I need translate.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep, your turn.
Vidal and Christie, Code Compliance, City of North Miami. This is a new case in regards to an installation of a exterior fence without permits. As of today, there has been no permits.
Hasta hoy día
Hold.
no tiene un permiso sacado todavía.
Yo apliqué.
Do we have any photographs of the
Yes, I
what's
do.
being done?
Tengo
Yo hice
tengo
las.
fotografías.
Sí.
The fence that
Okay.
runs right there
Yeah,
and
ya
this
hice
way.
Yes,
son dos propiedades.
yes, two properties.
Son dos propiedades y le hice las dos.
The fence runs along two properties,
Esto va
Okay,
entre dos propiedades.
Sí.
and his house is not even in the picture.
okay. All right,
Ok, son dos propiedades. Yo hice las cercas, están por el código. Yo
Ah.
hoy,
I built the two fences according to the code.
hoy fui a aplicar para los permisos.
Today I went to apply for the permit.
Aquí tengo los recibos para que apliqué para los permisos hoy.
I have the receipts here which states that today I applied for the
Ya no
permit.
más falta que pasen la inspección y ya para estar legal.
I just waiting for the inspection, then it all will be legal.
Aquí tengo el recibo que saqué los permisos.
I have the receipt here with me.
all right. But you do know the idea is to apply for the permit before you build.
Pero usted sabe que hay que pedir el permiso antes de construir.
Lo que pasó fue que la propiedad de lado se quedó vacía
What happens is the property next door became empty.
y estaban entrando gente que no era de la casa, o sea, como indigentes por ese tiempo y yo tuve que hacer la cerca rápido.
Momentito. Well, people, undesirable people were getting into that area, so I had to quickly build the fence.
Understood.
Entiendo.
Y bueno, pero ya estoy poniéndome al día con eso.
But I am getting up to date with all the requirements.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I would still prefer an adjudication,
I'm sure you
and
do.
then we work from there, because
Okay.
it's
Entiendo que
been a
sea
while.
delicado y
It's
been a
que
while.
no
I
se
actually,
enseña,
because of the way the fence is faced,
porque
I
la
assumed it
forma
was the
en
other
que
property.
están las cercas,
Okay.
And I cited the people next door and spoke to this
también he
gentleman
dado
when I cited the
una
people next door.
citación
And it's only when the
dice.
bank sold the property that the people were informed that the fence does not belong to them, but this gentleman.
Okay.
But I had spoken to him prior.
Pero yo hablé con usted
All right.
anteriormente.
Okay, sir.
Dale, pues yo los-
I do find a violation. I do find in favor of the city,
Yo sé que hubo una violación y estoy a
and I
favor de
will
la ciudad
adjudicate the matter.
y voy a adjudicar el
I will
caso.
give you an abatement date.
Voy a
I know that
darle
you applied for the
Una
permits
fecha de
today.
cumplimiento. Yo sé que
So
había pedido
how
el
about
permiso.
I adjudicate and I give him an abatement date of 60 days? Would that work?
Bueno, si
Or you want something
le está
quicker?
diciendo a la
No, that's
oficial,
fine.
That's
será
fine?
60 días y
That's
el
Okay,
probación.
so
bien, sería
adjudication
60 días
60
para terminar.
days and $100 per day.
Si no lo hace para la fecha indicada, entonces sería $100 por día.
Do you understand, sir?
After that date, correct?
After that date.
Después de esa
So I
fecha.
give you an opportunity to, I know you applied for the permit
Yo
today,
sé que
and
ha solicitado el
it'll take
permiso
some
de día,
time to either
y
approve it or
entonces, tiene
denied,
tiempo
or,
para que lo aprueben y todo eso.
and
Oh, yes.
hopefully, within that 60 days, you can get this matter resolved, and then you can inform the officer so she can go back and investigate the work and close out the case.
Entonces, en 60 días tienen tiempo para informarle que ha terminado y hacer todo eso. Okay, very well.
All right, thank you.
The next case is item number 59, Fabian Pesantes, property 130055 Arch Creek Terrace, Officer Emin Fitzel, case number CEBAP 2015-000001, item number 59.
Good evening, sir.
Hello, Your Honor. How you doing?
Very well, thank you. Please state your full name and your relationship to the property.
Fabian Francisco Pesantes, and I'm the owner.
Wonderful, thank you.
Thank you.
Edmund Patel, City of North Miami Code Enforcement Officer. This property was originally cited back in September 18th. The property was posted with notice to appear on December 18th and mailed notice to appear on December 18th. Affidavit of service was filed. This property was cited under 295601E, proper mooring of a boat. All boats should be parked parallel. I spoke with the homeowner. He's got something he has to say.
Yeah, how you doing? This particular dock that that I have that is for this vessel has been in its position, the same exact position, for over 10 years. I had this issue like 7 or 8 years ago, and I provided the Florida statute, which I have here, which allows a floating structure that is not attached to your seawall, which it isn't, that you don't need a permit. I had a gentleman, I think his name was Ives, that had come out to my property, and then he said that everything was okay, but I had the dock all the way moored to the what do you call it, the line that separates my neighbor's house and my house. So he requested a letter back then, 7 or 8 years ago, that that my neighbor would allow me to put it there. So we complied and gave him that. That letter, I have an affidavit from my neighbor, and I could actually have him come in if you need him to, that we signed this letter. But the letter the original letter that was signed and where it's registered, we don't know. So they told me that I could go look for this letter at some microfiche or something like that. But this was already addressed at my home. So I don't know. You know, I guess they're coming back with something different now.
Anybody aware of what the gentleman have mentioned?
Well, this is, like I explained, I spoke to the owner a little while ago. If there was some kind of a variance or a letter that was addressed to him and his property owner signed off on it, as they do sometimes with fences, he could check with the zoning department and the building department to see if they can come up with something, but he can't find anything. But this is not about the floating dock. This is about the boat being parked parallel. I mean, not parallels, excuse me. Perpendicular.
Can we get a picture, show it to him, please? So you're saying it's not about the dock? Okay.
It's about,
Okay. And
The gentleman has, the officer has records that they tried to cite me years ago and they dropped, I guess, the charges. He does have that.
do you have that?
You have that.
and that may have been a case that
from my
is
neighbor?
prior to actually the implementation of the new LDRs, which is what he's being cited for. So, you know, it would have no relevance in this particular matter. Our
Okay.
LDRs are relatively new, and that's what he's being cited under.
But the inspector allowed the dock in the configuration that it was. Google Earth can prove it's been that way for the last 10 years.
The city attorney is looking for,
What I am
Yeah,
looking
but-
for is if there is a variance, in fact, on file for the property.
okay.
If there was a variance allowing
As
that,
far
it
as I
would've
know,
been
that there was
recorded.
never a permit requested because floating docks do not require a permit as per the Florida statute.
Sir, I'm not looking for a permit. What I'm looking for is a variance,
Oh,
which
okay.
is what you're alleging, that you were given authorization by the city to park your boat in a manner which violates the city code.
It's a good lawyer, switching it up.
Your Honor, I'm not seeing any variance on file for this property owner. And as Officer Fitzell stated, the issue is not the floating dock or a permanent dock, it's the manner in which the boat is moored. It amounts to, similar to a parking ticket, it's illegally parked.
So
Are
with the
there
way
not-
that, with the way that your dock, the way that the dock is located, is he able to park the correct way using this dock, or
No, because
not
he
at
has
all?
he has another boat, and he'd have to be able to turn that floating dock around the other way.
However, I believe that it's a floating dock, it's not a permanent structure. There is a
Correct.
way that it could be moored the right way, but the issue is that he has two boats.
Right, it's, do you understand
Yes.
the situation?
I understand the
Okay.
situation.
All right,
But they also allow that in Keystone. They park them perpendicular in Keystone. I think that issue was just brought up recently. On 123rd Street.
The only way that I'm aware of that it would be allowed would be through a proper variance process where it would be approved, because it would be a deviation of the code. So the only method that I would know that legally a person could do that would be through a variance. And it may be that the people you're seeing went through the process and
of
obtained a
obtaining
variance.
a variance. Have you done that, or are you planning on doing that, or can you just?
I have the faintest idea about all of that stuff. I thought this was resolved 7 or 8 years ago. I got someone official from here to say the dock was okay. They saw the boat back then. They said it was fine. I never had any problems until the new officer came in and looked at it the other way.
Right, now he's trying to enforce.
Right.
He's trying to enforce, again, it's not the issue with the dock, it's how you park or, the boat. And
Would it?
do you
would-
have room, or you able to move it and
I
park it the
could
right
move
way?
it. I could, but
Okay.
honestly, I really don't want to move it. It's been there for such a long period of time, I mean,
Well, then
and the
your
issue
next
was
step-
addressed here.
Your next step is to apply for the variance, which is what the officer and the city attorney is trying to tell you.
Um,
If you,
My contractor says that the variance takes a long time.
But the benefit in it is that it's recorded in the official records. Never again will you have the issue again.
Right.
It'll be there
Okay.
forever.
and you won't lose it like you did the letter. Now, we don't know where that letter is.
If you do a jet ski as well, because all the jet skis are perpendicular as well, are you gonna have to get variance for that as well too?
However
Because they're
they
on floating
approve it.
structures?
However they approve it. All you can do is apply, and whatever they approve is what you get.
Okay, how much time do I get for a variance?
I can do an adjudication, and I can give you 60 days, and you can come back in 60 days and let us know where you are in the process.
Okay.
All right,
So I guess
adjudication, 60 days.
My contractor says it's a year.
Well, we'll come back and revisit it and see where we are in the process, if you guys have actually applied.
Okay,
And, daily fine amount is 100. I will see you back in 60 days.
I'm not being fined now, right?
No,
No, okay. Thank you very much.
thank you, sir. Oh, your letter.
The next case is item number 78, George Dotzler, Officer Emin Fitzel, case number CESEA 2015-00006, item number 78.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Please state your full name in relationship to the property.
George Dotzler, I'm the owner.
Thank you, sir. Who's the officer? That's all.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I thought, wait for, Officer Fattel, City of North Miami Code Enforcement Officer. This property was cited back on June 24th under 295603C, that all seawalls must be maintained in good repair. The property was posted with notice to appear on December 18th. Notice to appear was mailed out on December 18th. Affidavit of service was filed. I had several conversations with the homeowner. He was trying to get a company together, or a protrusive company, a few months ago to do his seawall. I haven't heard back from him since. As of today, there's no permit on file, and I haven't heard anything. You have to go through Durham first to get a permit through the city, and as of today, I haven't heard anything.
Mr. Dossler?
Indeed, I've spoken to a number of contractors, and it's taken me a while to get a team in place. Apparently, these guys are really busy, and it's like you just can't throw enough money at them. I'll concede the wall needs to be repaired, and my intention is to replace the entire wall from one end of the property to the other. So it's not simply a little paint or something. This is a big job. I have a professional engineer who's going to provide drawings. I have a surveyor who's going to do a survey. I have a general contractor that's going to get the marine contractor to do the job, because the marine contractor is fine as long as he doesn't have to deal with the paperwork. So I got to get this other guy to do the paperwork. So these are the people that I've got. We're moving forward as rapidly as possible. I should have a survey and drawings in less than a month. yeah, I have an extra copy. Now, I had a guy that was very anxious to do the job, and I started checking on him, and the recommendations were not there. And the other two guys seem to be very busy. So that it seems like the only way I can get it done is going through a general contractor who's gonna do all the footwork, and then when Durham is done and city's done, then this other guy will come and put in the pilings and do the wall. But it seems like it's gonna be a very long process. I mean, Mr. Fitzsimmons has the, yes. Actually, the floating dock that looks so bad, that's gone. And that's primarily what you see in the picture.
The seawall's been gone since Hurricane Wilma.
Well, no, that's not true.
Okay.
I mean,
Been gone for some time, right?
if it's been in a state of movement since the seawall next door to me was replaced, and they cut my seawall loose, and then it's been bulging outward. It's still there, but it's bulging outward. It's moved perhaps about 2 feet out at the center, and maybe a foot at the north end. And in the process has subsided a little bit. But yes, it needs to be done, and I want to do it.
And doesn't that affect your property, aren't you, I mean, if that protection is not there?
Yeah, the backyard is sinking.
Yeah.
No, I want to do it. Believe me, I want to do it. This is more than $100,000. I'm not interested in hiring somebody who's going to do it wrong. So I've been trying hard to get the right people.
Understood.
And I believe I have the right people now.
Okay. All right. Officer Fitzell?
The city has no problem granting, do you need 60 days? To get the paperwork started with Durham and your
Yeah,
contractors?
sure. 60 days is fine for paperwork. I mean, the job will get done when the
'Cause
job gets done. I'm afraid Durham will hold it up for a long time.
Okay, you want me to adjudicate?
Yeah,
and
Durham
then-
doesn't hold paperwork up for a long time as long as it's done correctly, because I spoke to the director down there, 'cause I deal with this all the time. If everything's submitted properly, it takes 2 weeks for them to approve it.
Okay.
So if you just need 60 days to get your architect and your contractors together, I have no problem with that.
Okay. So I'll do an adjudication, and I'll do 60 days. And if you need more time, when you come back in 60 days, then we'll address it then.
Okay,
And-
if it's possible,
Mm-hmm.
in as much as this takes so much time, could I just deal directly with the code enforcement officer? And if he's happy, he just says, yeah, they're working on it, and then I don't have to come here and sit for 3-4 hours. Would that be okay?
That's okay about the magistrate. I have no problem if he's, paperwork is started to get his Class A permit from Durham. I always have no problem with the seawalls to push it back because they're in the process, as long as there's some process being done with Durham.
Okay. All right, he has the authority to reset and take it off calendar and reset. You just
Okay.
need to stay in contact with him and work with him and give him the proof and the documents that
Will do.
this is being progressed. All right, and then I will do 100 per day. All right, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, give it back. What's our next case?
The next case is item number 83, Hector Gomez, Officer Ernst Baptiste, case number CERCV 2015-000058, item number 83.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Please state your full name and relationship to the property.
Hector Gomez, property owner.
All right. Where are we on this case?
Ernst Baptiste, City North Miami Code Enforcement Officer. This case was tabled twice
Mm-hmm.
because the gentleman stated he wanted to get some information at CPND.
I got all the information I need. I just need time. Because the property needs to be surveyed, and I don't have I don't have an actual survey of the property. I don't live there. My parents live there. They don't have an actual copy of the survey, and it's almost $300 for the variance plus the service cost, plus the fence, plus this, plus that. It's like $7,000. So I'm working on it.
You said $600,000?
$7,000.
Okay.
No,
I was
$600,000.
about to say $600,000 sounds more than the property is worth.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right. So, you need time?
Yeah, I mean, I have the form here and everything. I came
Okay.
down and picked it up and all that, but I need time.
No problem. All right. This
Because when I
matter have
came
not
last
yet-
time, I had spoken to Dixon, and he gave me a piece of paper that said that the variance wasn't needed. And you corrected me on that, and then I went back, then kicked his door in and said, what's going on? He's like, oh, I messed up. I said, what do you mean? So anyway, I picked that stuff up, and I just gotta apply it once I get the survey done on the property.
Okay, great. All right.
I just need
I'll
time.
adjudicate it, and I will give you 60 days.
That's cool. That's fine.
And, keep the officer informed in terms of where we are and what's going on. If anything, I'll see you back here in 60 days.
No, I'll be done. It's just a matter of cost, I
Okay.
maintain my parents, so I can't keep adding to my monthly check. It's getting higher and higher every month.
All right. And I'll do $100 a day.
All right, cool. Appreciate it. Have a
Thank
good
you,
night.
sir. You too.
All right.
The next case is item number 103, Jennifer Quijano, Officer Wayne Clark, case number CEBPR 2015-00122. For the record, this customer has item 104, CEXP 2015-00361, 105, CEGNK 2015-00188, 106, CEMHO 2015-00059, and 107, CESOD 2015-0007.
Give me the page number again.
Wayne Clark City, North Miami Code Compliance.
103.
Don't matter which one I start first.
You said 103? Well, how many's there?
Excuse me?
How many cases are there?
5.
Okay, so 103 through
107.
107.
Wait. Yours say, oh, that's what's on the docket.
Yes, item
Not the
number.
case number.
The case number is CEBPR 2015-00122.
Wayne Clark City, North Miami Code Compliance. She can introduce herself. Does she need translation? You okay?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Good evening, Honor. My name is Jennifer Quijano, owner of the property 70 Northwest 125th Street.
Okay.
Okay, this was a property that was in I guess came as a complaint from my immediate boss, and I had to act on it in reference to a lot of issues at the property. I don't know if it was eviction or whatever there. I inspected the whole property, investigated the whole property for any and all code violations, if there were any. Found that they do have a structure in the back, which is considered storage shed, that was built without a permit. We have no permit on file. I'd like to submit the photo for the record showing the defendant first, and it's still there today. And no permits have been pulled, or I haven't had any contact in reference to either. I give them the option to pull the permit or demolish the structure.
Yeah, that one, yeah, it is.
Actually, I believe we had gotten complaints about the condition of the property as a whole. I think it was not her, but her tenants
Yes.
tore the property up. But after the fact, investigating, I found all kind of things, some things small, some things big with the property.
Your Honor, that considered like was a gym when I bought the property was like with permit, and it was like since I bought the house. Then the house was rented like for 2 years. Since 8 months ago, these people finally did eviction, so they left the house like it's like a condition, like you say, nobody can leave. They destroy the house. So that was in October, and after that, after they I did the eviction, I tried to start just clean the house, and I did the first cut the yard. But after that, I lose my job, and I tried priority, just looking for a job. And I know just the only thing I request is just time. I want to do my taxes soon. I want to get money, and I want to start just like put in a condition, even if like for rent again, or if I want to move. Right now, I'm living with my mom. So that's my and plus beside that, I got like right now like a health issue. But I'm looking for a job, but I'm looking just and then like I say, I need just time to like fix that. And about that, the shelter was like a gym. It was a with permit actually. City of North Miami did it because when I bought it with a realtor and an attorney, we checked the papers and was a with permit. And I used just like a storage for years.
Well, I did like I said before, I did the research, as I do with anything dealing with building permits, before I go ahead and send the initial violation letter, and I could not find it. Maybe you know something I do. Maybe you have some documentation and proof of it, but
Nothing on the record.
me being honest, I do not see anything. I'm talking dating back years. I went through the whole, everything we have, unless, it's like way back, maybe 10 years ago, then I can see that, but I don't know how long the thing's been there. But from what we have on record where I can see, at hand, I don't see any permits, and I don't know how far we go back. I can't recollect.
Could be like 11 years, sir, since
See,
I bought
so
it because
I'm
it was a
not gonna-
permit. I need to look like all my documents because, like I say, I moved with my mom and I take all my documents and I can start looking. And I remember I look, and it was there. It was permit
Okay.
with City of North Miami, like 11, 12 years ago. Yes, I didn't bill, was like that with permit.
Oh, you saying it was there before you purchased the
Yes.
property?
Oh yes, definitely, yeah.
How
Yes,
would you
sir.
have paperwork on it then, if you didn't build it?
No, I did not.
So
But
what
the
paperwork-
document should be like if I have to look at all my document I have in a storage with my mother, I can start looking. But should be in the records also in the City of Miami because I remember I saw with the attorney when I bought the house like 11, 12 years ago.
All right, well,
Yes.
we'll see what happens. I mean, but I don't see anything. So if you could find it, fine. But we just ask that you keep in touch with us or call us, let me know. Because like I say, I have several violations on the property, and this is my first time ever seeing you or anybody in
It's
relations
empty.
to
It's
the
empty. The
property.
house it's
And
empty.
you got to check on your house, and check for notifications and contact who needs to be contacted, and that would avoid us being here today.
All right, okay, so, ma'am, I'm gonna give you 30 days to look for those documents and, produce them to Officer Clark. And if you're not able to find it, I would say that you need to start with the process so that when you come back in 30 days, you can at least let us know, what progress we've made in terms of this matter.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you very much. So, I would like to get like a 60 days to put it straight and beside the papers, like taking care of the house. If you can give me until like I got my money from my income taxes
Right.
to be more like you say. You say many complaints beside that.
Okay, we get to the next one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't there yet.
Oh,
I was
okay.
just handling the first part, which is the storage shed.
Right.
But if you want me to give you 60 days, then I have to do an adjudication. So it's up to you.
I mean, or you can do, like, This morning you can hear them all and then combine the extension date
Okay.
So are they,
for all of the cases.
All right, go
oh,
ahead.
so are the end, I mean, if you, are the end, like he say, all the cases together combined, and you can figure out how long you
Yeah,
can?
let me hear
Okay.
the other
That's
violations
thank
so
you.
that we know where we're going.
The next case is item number 104, case number CEXP 2015-00361.
This is for reference to the roof conditions. The roof is black and supposed to be like a clay tile roof, so she needs to pressure clean the roof. And that's the only issue with the exterior. The walls are okay, the roof just need pressure clean. I'd like to submit a picture for the record showing the finish first. That's how it looks today. Well, that was taken December 10th. So that needs to be pressure cleaned. Did you get any notification, if I may ask, besides the hearing, like the initial violation letter?
No, the only thing I got, just the just the letter for today. I have like the first, because I coming back, yeah, I was out of town with my mom. Like I say, the house is like, is empty, there's nobody there, and nobody can live there right now, because they destroyed the
Oh,
house. That's
I
why.
don't know what's going on inside. I'm just.
No, but I'm saying, that's why I didn't rent it, it's like you have to redo it, everything inside and outside. That's why I didn't take care, like, once again, I need just time and money. That's the only thing.
Okay. Want me to hear the next one?
Actually, could I?
Hmm?
Excuse me?
You want me to hear the next case?
Yes, call it. Of course.
The next case is item number 105, case number CEJNK 2015-00188.
Okay, I would like to reset this one.
Reset?
Okay.
Okay. That was
'Cause I'm not
105,
sure.
right?
I'm not sure if some of the things are still there.
That was 105. Okay.
The next case is 106, CEMHO 2015-00059.
Okay, this case is in reference to the broken windows. So broken window, I believe it's on the east side of the property that needs to be repaired. Either part of the window or the whole window be replaced because it's not correctly repaired. It's just like a temporary piece of cardboard in the window. I'd like to submit it for the record. Showing up. This is how it looks today.
Yep, and it looks like that?
But we have to, bring up the standards of the, keep the properties
No,
up
I
to
understand.
standards
Yeah, I
in the city,
understand, and
especially as being on 125th Street, one of the main thoroughfares. And luckily for you, it has a hedge in the front, kind of like shielding the way the whole property looks.
Totally agree with you, but I'm saying, I know I have to do
Okay.
a lot, and take
Good.
some, just time and like I say, money. I know all the repairs I need to do.
Okay.
The window, the grass, and the only thing is, like, I know for sure 100% that it's not money thing, it's just find the documents about the shelter. It was there.
Okay, well, that's
Mm-hmm.
behind us right now. We're dealing with this right now. Let's call the next one, please.
The next case is item number 107, case number CESOD 2015-00007.
Wayne Clark City, North Miami Code Compliance. This one is for the property grounds at the front of the property. It's in need of new sod grass, whereas I would say 85%, if not more, is straight dirt. I'd like to submit the photo for the record, showing the defendant first of how it looks. The photos were taken December 10th, 2015, but I was there today and it's in the same condition.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I don't know, he finished up, you finished with?
Yes.
Yes, like I say, once again, it's about, like, I understand and I'm totally agree. I need to, fix all these, violations, the grass, the roof, the window, and, just need, just like I say, time. As soon as I get my money, I can start just, fixing.
All right. Based on the evidence presented, I do find that the violation does exist. I find in favor of the city. I will adjudicate it guilty. Ma'am, I'll give you some time. Can we give her 90 days? That's a lot of stuff. I
For
will
all of it.
adjudicate it.
Can we just stick with the 60 and go from there? And see if we made any progress
Any
at the
progress at
60-day mark? That makes,
All right, adjudication, 60 days.
thank you.
And let me just give for item 107, which is the grass, abatement amount is $150. Item 106 is the broken window, make that 50. And the item 105 was reset, so that's just reset 60 days. 105, which is the mildew stained roof, 100. And the shed, I had given her 30 days. I'm sorry. Well, that's still an issue. I don't want to extend that one for 60 days. Because I want to, unless I adjudicate it, but at this point, she's indicating that she has the permit.
Give her 60 days.
And
If
if
she has
she
the permit,
does-
she could bring it tomorrow. Ain't gonna hurt now. Give it, like I said, encompass all of it together. I guess so she won't be inconvenienced and come back just for the one case, and then have to come back again the next month for the rest of them. So it's up to you.
Right, I don't want to adjudicate that one, and that's the reason
Okay.
why.
Okay, we'll just reset it for whatever.
Okay, so I'll give her 60 days, but that one was not adjudicated.
Right.
Okay, so I'll reset 103 for 60 days. And, the others, well, 103 and 105 are just resets. Those are reset for 60 days. The other ones are adjudicated with the abatement date of, March 1st, 2016, and the fine amounts that I have listed.
And of course, if you take care of it before the 60 days, give me a call, and you'll be good to go. I just do a reinspection, if you get it done
104.
before the 60 days. That's how it works.
104, 100. Yes. All right, thank you, ma'am. Good
Thank
luck to you.
Thank you very much.
You have, my contact information should be, it's on the, do you have the notice to appear? Oh, you don't have the papers?
Okay, let's thank our translators. Guys, thank you. You're free to go. All right. Thank you. Happy New Year. Good night. How many cases do we have left, Crystal? A lot? We started late.
You received, you said? You received the notices?
All right, let's do a quick 5-minute recess.